not seen my Willie in 2 years, which is long enough to declare legally dead.
Come on, Connery. I'm not that chunky. Oh, Scotty, have you not looked at yourself in the mirror? You're what we call a Pillsbury Doughboy. You're a dick. You're a dick. Listen, we'll get into the story a little bit later, a little more, but that virus going around, it's not even a virus. I think it's technically something else. But either way, it's an infection. I don't remember. Either way, that thing would giving people explosive diarrhea because if you eat produce, especially like lettuce, you can get this horrible thing going on for weeks. Well, I love eating salads, and I can't do that right now, and it bugs me. I mean, you can, but you're rolling the dice, and I'm not a gambler. I'm not, and it sucks, especially because coming off of vacation last week. I ate a burger at least once a day, every day of the week. That's not good. All that bread, I'm fine with the red meat. Scotty, you love the red meat, mostly the pink meat. What the fuck are you? No, stop it. Anyway, I love a good burger. I do, but I also love a good salad. Helps keep me level. Can't do that right now. So maybe I am a little chunky. Fuck you, Connery. Jeez, my God, you judgmental prick. Guys, we got a great show coming your way. I swear to God, it's going to be great. We're going to catch up on that whole explosive diarrhea thing that is expanding across the globe. It's affecting people here in Colorado now. And there's one particular restaurant that is in the sight lines of the media because they know it's just going to generate clicks, and it's not fair because they're actually doing things right. But the media playing on fear and negativity, oh, they're being dicks. They're being dicks. We'll get into that, plus a bunch of other crazy headlines that I really want to dive into. Don't forget to interact with the show any way you can, whether it's a simple emoji, if you're listening or watching on Spotify, or maybe you're watching on YouTube. Got a bunch of interesting things in regards to the bison on YouTube and stuff like that. So go ahead, interact whatever way you can. If you can't interact, if you get at least at the very least give it a nice review or rating, that works as well. And I do really appreciate that. It helps the show to grow, and that's what we're all about here. Growing. Scotty, you're growing right now. You little pervert. And shut up, Connery. My God. Let's go ahead and do this, guys. God, Connery, you're such a dick. Let's jump into those headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
I'm going to say this place wrong, and I apologize to everyone over in the UK because I'm no smart. I'm not. Lydbrook, Gloucestershire. I don't know if that's how you say it at all, but it's over in the UK. It's a little island town or something like that. A little town, maybe that's what it is. Maybe not an island. I don't know. Apparently, I'm just making shit up now. But the reason why I'm talking about them and the reason why they are in the headlines now is because 2 years ago, a man did something disgusting, and it took forever for the wheels of justice to get moving. And this guy is now going to be sent to prison for 6 weeks. What did he do? Apparently, the man defecated on a wall before cleaning himself with a sandwich that had been in his backpack. Yeah, because that's a normal story. What did you expect when you tuned into this show? Like, let's talk politics. What's that one guy that is allegedly in the hospital and get better? Right? Come on. Don't need to talk politics. Let's talk about some guy defecating on a club wall and then cleaning himself up with a sandwich. That makes perfect sense. Apparently, this guy came into the club around 8:30 at night, was acting bizarre, asking weird questions and talking about strange things, used the restroom, came back, continued to, say weird things, gave the old puppy dog eye, look at people saying, hey, I love a drink, but I can't afford it. The stuff that I've invented. I'm very good at that. Not that I should be proud of it, but hey, it's a skill set I have. Anyway, at one point, the guy claimed he had a bomb in his pocket. Turned out to be just some silver metal ball. The club actually got to the point where they wanted this guy out of the club, and they pretended as a staff, must not have been very busy. As a staff, they're like, we got to close early so they could get the guy out. That's how you know you suck at life, when a business pretends to close early so they can kick you out. Anyway, the guy goes outside and apparently just decides to shit on the wall of the which, in a weird way, I'd kind of want to know the science of that. Like, you firmly pressed up, or was it more on the sidewalk next to the wall, or whatever? Anyway, that's just where my brain went for a second. I apologize, okay? So not only did he go out there, defecate on the wall, he then proceeded to clean himself up with a sandwich that he pulled out of his black backpack that he had with him. Yeah, that's a thing. It took 2 years. The guy pleaded guilty. It took 2 years for him to get sentenced. Talk about the what did I say earlier? I wrote this down. It's not a great joke, but the wheels of poo justice flush so slow. Oh my God, I screwed that up. Rewind. Hit the rewind button. The wheels of poo justice flush slowly in Lydbrook. My goodness, the guy pleaded guilty. Throw him in the cage. I want to know what kind of nickname he's gonna get. I should have used ChatGPT on that one. Hey, Scotty, I wonder what kind of sandwich that originally was. Well, I do know this one, cowboy. Whatever it was, he turned it into a shit sandwich after that one. Ha ha, that's a good one, Connery. You guys are dumb. Not me, you guys. You guys. What should his prison nickname be? Oh my God, I really want to pause and write into ChatGPT. Wait, chat. Oh my God, how do I misspell chat GPT? You'd think I'd be, again, guys, not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I'm a couple French fries short of a Happy Meal. I am. What? Oh my God. See, and then the website for ChatGPT is slow as molasses. My goodness. I usually do things on my phone. Like, I'm clicking on the bar to start typing shit, and it's like, hold on. I'll get to it. I'm AI. You're the one that is being a caveman using a web browser instead of using an application on your phone. What should be a funny nickname for the man who was caught pooping on a wall and then cleaned it up with a sandwich? That's such a dumb thing to get in trouble for. What should a funny prison nickname, be? Yeah, okay, gotta do it. Okay, I'll let you know what happens. But yeah, if you got some, you got to send it in. Wherever you're consuming this, if you're able to comment, go ahead and comment. Okay, this is what it came up with: the poop hoagie bandit, the sandwich scraper, the wall wiper. I don't like that one. Subway cleanup crew. That's not funny. The brown bomber. I kind of like that. Dookie Dan. Dookie Dan. The meatball mopper. Captain Clean. That's not funny. Pooperoni Tony. I like that one. Pooperoni Tony. It has a ring to it. The turd burglar. Shit witch Sam. Wall spread Fred. You don't want that one. You don't want that one in prison. You don't. The footlong felon. You might want that one in prison. Might make you popular. Poop and pastry Pete. The sandwich sanitizer. I got to come up with, they need to be more edgy. Russia held its first humanoid robot wedding in a Moscow library. Now, I'll say this. The event was described as a symbolic and playful technical demonstration with no legal significance. Oh, yeah, because I thought it was legal. That's ridiculous. They're two inanimate objects. As of right now, they have no ability to free think. As of right now, okay, they're still running off of data. But it is troubling, and this is going to open up the door, the pathway to people that are investing in those humanoid robots that we've talked about that range from, like, say, $30,000 to well over $100,000, depending on where you buy it and what upgrades you want. Right? What I'm getting to is nerds are going to start dating and banging robots, and then they're just going to get married to them. And it makes me think, like, I know you're not supposed to judge people, but how would you not judge somebody that got married to a robot? Come on. Don't BS me. I don't care if you're a man and you love another man. I don't care if you're a woman and you love another woman. I don't care. As long as you're happy and you're a good person. That's all I care about. But I have a hard time wrapping my brain around people that want to marry a robot. That's just weird to me. That's like marrying your broom. Like, it's a good broom. It is. I bought it so long ago. It's been in my life forever. Never let me down. I figure the best thing to do is, marry it. I'm already sleeping with it. Right? Come on. It's bizarre. I'm just saying, if your cousin Todd comes to a barbecue and he's holding hands with a robot that's not all gussied up and wearing like a robot face mask, okay? It's just a straight up robot. It's like the one from the Jetsons, right? How would you not judge that? If you say, "Oh, I wouldn't," bullshit, you're gonna judge the heck out of it. You are. Jeez, I would be. That's terrible. We actually have audio from the robot honeymoon. I know. Again, I can find this stuff. I can track it down. I got a particular set of skills. So here we go. This is when they got intimate. Your clothes, give them to me now. Let me see your piston. So stupid. You're welcome. Yes, you're welcome. Get to the chopper. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. If you don't know, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger who played the Terminator. And I don't recall if the get to the chopper was from, that's not from Terminator. That's from a different movie, right? I can't remember that name of that movie. You guys tell me below. If you already commented on Spotify, say it again. I don't care. I don't care. Just do it. Your clothes. Give them to me now. Rosie. Thank you. The 2026 Florida Python Challenge is well underway in Florida. And they do this every year because pythons are a extremely nasty, invasive species down there. And they have to hold these python hunting challenges once a year. They should probably do it twice a year, to be honest, because they're so bad out there. And people can win, what was it? Ultimate grand prize is $10,000, but they also have another $15,000 in cash available for different categories. So you might not win it all, but you might win some cash for something else. So they get people from not just in Florida, they have people traveling down from Canada trying to hunt these things, and all over the globe. They're hunting these things. So it's pretty crazy. And it's based off of length, girth, all these things. Scotty, I'm sorry. What categories should I be entered in? Connery, stop. Knock it off. You're disgusting. I'm sorry, Scotty. I'm a pervert. You are. But you're our pervert. Thanks, Scotty. But here's what's interesting. Because I never really thought about it until I saw this article. And good for this guy who runs a pizza chain down. Well, I don't think it's a chain, but it's a restaurant in Everglades City called Wild Man's Pizza. It's Wild Man's Pizza, Pasta, and Python. And they're accepting as currency, in a sense, pythons. And you can, it's basically a coupon. You have a dead python, don't bring a live one. Willie is not going to be happy. Like, fuck, man. I don't know what his name is. I assume your name's Willie if you run a pizza chain called Wild Man's Pizza in the Everglades. But anyway, you go in there with a dead python and they'll give you a free pizza. Now, what's interesting, this is what he said. I'm the first place in the world to accept python as currency. His name's Dustin Crum. Not as good as Willie, but whatever. But he is the owner. So he said you can trade in a python for a pizza. We do python toppings, python pizza, iguana, whatever. And I guess because technically you can't sell that, but he found a workaround. The workaround is that he can give it away for free, which is kind of bizarre. Be like, I could give you a shit pizza. Can't sell it to you, but I'll give it to you for free. That's just weird to me. But I like the fact that he's using all the parts. What he said is, instead of like a big pile of dead pythons that end up getting burned or whatever they use it for, he's actually using them. He said, I use the fat to make the snake oils for skin, creams, soap. He said the bones he's going to make jewelry, or he does make jewelry. Everything gets used. I like that. That's a tip of the cap to native people that, used to dominate this land. Way to go, white man. Shit, I'm white. Anyway, but you see what I'm saying. So I really do appreciate that he's using everything from the snake. And doesn't matter if he's making money off it or not, as far as like the pizza goes, good for him. It's better than RFK Jr., driving along on a family road trip, seeing a dead raccoon, cutting off his dick, and then leaving the rest of the raccoon corpse to rot. But hey, he's got a new keychain. Raccoon dong. Oh, where's my raccoon dog? Raccoon dog. Somebody stole my list that said raccoon dog. This is a travesty. I don't know what's going on. I think that's like the 8th time that we've talked about raccoon dong. You're welcome. So I appreciate that. Good for him. By the way, the 2026 Python Challenge out in Florida ends July 19th at 5 p.m. Eastern. So pretty cool. Something to tune into just to see who ends up winning. But it is a nasty species out there that just dominates. And it's eating a lot of the local wildlife. And yes, I did kind of skip past the fact that he has an iguana. But a lot of people, we found out earlier this year that people love to eat iguana, and apparently it's tasty. So I don't have a problem with that. I would love to try rattlesnake or any kind of snake. I've never consumed it. I was talking to my mom. My dad used to go hunting and live in the mountains for months on end because he loved nature. Went to school for it, as well as, some other sciencey stuff, right? And he would eat, you know, he would capture, say, a snake, skin it, eat it, by the campfire. I want to try it somewhere. That's not at Applebee's. That's not at Applebee's. That's not at, Chick-fil-A does not have a, can I get some rattlesnake? Wendy's, where can I get the, can I get the number 2, the Dave's double, but can I exchange the red meat with snake meat? No. If you guys know where you can get snake meat and we can squeeze our way in there for at least a sample, let's do it. You and me, let's go. Come on. You got to know somebody. I don't know anybody. Let's do it. Let's eat some snake. Yeah. Speaking of food, Taco Bell is now under investigation over an outbreak of that parasite. That's what it is, a parasite that causes explosive diarrhea. Cyclosporiasis, I think is how you pronounce it. This is why they're being investigated. And this bugs me as a former restaurant manager. Signs posted at several Taco Bell locations in the Michigan area last week warned customers that the restaurants were currently unable to sell lettuce, cilantro, onion, pico de gallo, and guacamole due to a nationwide recall. They also posted out there, Taco Bell did, the health and safety of our guests is our top priority. And they're just doing it to protect the guests. In Michigan, by the way, this is as of an article written yesterday, so it's probably changed, this number. But in Michigan, which seems to be the dominant place as of right now, has over 3,300 cases. Usually, when it comes to this parasite, in a year, 365 days, okay, they usually have 50 of them. That's a significant increase, guys. But what's funny is people are like, bagging on Taco Bell because they pulled all this stuff and they're like, this is suspicious. Are they the ones at the heart of this? But then there's also the people clowning on, Taco Bell, already known for explosive diarrhea type of thing, right? Here's the way I look at it, and I posted this today on Twitter. I said, restaurants not following Taco Bell's lead on pulling potential risk foods due to explosive diarrhea parasite should be looked at with judgment. And that's true, especially in the hotspot area that is Michigan. Colorado, I can kind of see. It's here, but it's not as bad as it is in Michigan. If you're in Michigan and you go to a restaurant that serves lettuce or salad or puts lettuce on a burger, I'm sorry, you should walk out because they're not taking it seriously. And the last thing you need is to have explosive diarrhea for weeks on end. So I know the media is all about focusing on the negative because negativity sells. And that's why they're really, TMZ and everybody is really pointing out the fact that Taco Bell's under investigation. It wouldn't be them anyway. It would be their food distributor. And there's so many different types of food distributors out there. It would be whoever they get their produce from. So I know the easy get is like Taco Bell, explosive diarrhea, parasite. Oh, is anybody shocked? No. you're not really shocked, but you shouldn't be shocked for if all of a sudden they're like Wendy's or like I was saying, Applebee's, anywhere like that that serves anything with produce. You shouldn't be shocked. Nobody should be shocked because it's coming from the food distributor. And a lot of these places share the same distributor. You just don't realize it. It's the same food. Maybe some of them are tweaked a little differently depending on the place it goes. But it's just the way the world works. And I get it. I posted something on Facebook about it using Taco Bell explosive diarrhea being investigated. I didn't say like, oh my God, yep, I wouldn't doubt it. But I'm not really shocked that it happened. Anyway, disgusting. I'd be so pissed off if I had diarrhea like that for a week or two. Oh, I can't come to the family barbecue or whatever event. I have explosive diarrhea. Don't trust myself. Don't trust it. But what I do trust is you guys, because you guys never fail me. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
This one comes in from Jason T on Facebook. And he's responding to, I did a clip, a little promo of me complaining about the heat here in Colorado. And Jason wrote, it's definitely ginger hibernation season. If you need me, I'll be asleep in the Costco walk-in fridge behind the Brussels sprouts until late September. That's it. You know, it's funny. Jason's smarter than I am because I said, let's go to Chipotle. You can go into Costco and walk into that cooler. That makes a lot more sense than what I said. Way to go, Jason. Jason, you never one-up me, okay? God damn you, Jason. He's right. He's right. My son is a redhead, and he still doesn't get it. It's like, dude, you have fair skin. You really need to be good about putting on sunscreen. I did, Dad. Really? Because everything over here is nice, but your neck is bright red. I got my neck. No, you didn't. You didn't. Thank you, Jason, for sending that in. And it is still hotter than the devil's taint. And everybody knows the devil's taint is red hot. It is. Tim wrote in, DeHuff, I'd love to hear your thoughts on daylight saving time potentially becoming permanent. If you guys saw, it's like one more stage away from becoming a permanent thing, assuming that your state has voted like Colorado. We're just waiting for the final approval, and we'll make it permanent. He's all, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Well, it's interesting because there's a lot of debate. Is it good? Is it bad? So I did some pros and cons, and these aren't necessarily funny. It's just facts. Pros, according to Google, halting the biannual time switch eliminates the immediate spikes in heart attacks, strokes, and medical errors traditionally seen right after spring forward clock shift. I agree with that. But now what are you going to do about these stupid employees that are late and they're like, oh, I forgot to switch my clock back. Like, I always thought that was funny. What was it? The fall backwards where you get the extra time. And I remember somebody showing up late. They're like, it's the whole time change thing. I was like, what are you talking about? You got an extra night's sleep. You should be here early, if anything. So that's going to be interesting. It is fascinating, the drama that can be caused by switching time. And it is annoying, especially when you have younger kids, real young kids, and they're on schedules. And, they eat at this certain time. They go to bed at this certain time because maybe they have kindergarten the next day or something like that. So you have to, the week leading up to it, you kind of stretch out or pull back, feeding times and stuff like that. It's annoying. Another pro, more evening daylight encourages people to shop, dine out, and run errands after work rather than heading straight home in the dark. I could see that. Local chambers of commerce generally support year-round daylight savings time because economic data shows consumer spending drops noticeably when the country transitions to a shorter standard time evening. So kind of going back to the other one. Money, guys. It's money. Aligning human walking hours more aligning human waking hours more closely with natural outdoor light reduces the need for artificial household lighting and electricity in the evenings. Again, money slash you're not wasting electricity. A lot of this I see more as financial benefits. Cons, with sunrise delayed until as late as 8:30 or 9 a.m. in the winter, morning commuters, including children waiting for school buses, are exposed to greater risk of being struck by cars due to low visibility. I agree with that. That is a frightening one. The only thing you could do in regards to that is delay the start time for school, which fucks up people in their jobs. So that's a big, that's a big red flag. Safety of your family. The adolescent biological clock is already shifted, meaning teens need later wake up times to get sufficient rest, Darker mornings make it harder for teens to wake up, leading to worsening mental health and academic performance. So this could fuck up your kids. Fuck. If we do this, they already, like I said, they need to wake up later because their clocks are fucked up. And this might mess it up even more. There's some schools that, like, the older you are, the later you go in, and that's because of that. Researchers from Stanford Medicine found that permanent daylight savings time increases the circadian burden. I don't know what that is. The lack of synchronization is associated with elevated rates of stroke, heart attacks, and depression. So, guys, I don't know what the right answer is. I put it out there on Twitter. I'll have this going for a couple days. Do you want daylight savings time to be permanent? Yes. A lot of upside? No. Too many negatives. As of right now, it's it just changed. As of right now, it's 28.6% to 71.4% in favor of yes. There's a lot of upside. Check it out at DeHuff Podcast on Twitter if you want to participate in that vote. And if you want to leave a comment, you can do it there, or you can on Spotify, or you can hit me on email, dehuffpodcast@gmail.com. It's interesting. I don't like it because of, like, oh shit, the time change, and it's annoying for a couple days. Then I fucking forget about it and don't give two shits about it. But now, I think there's more personal health wise. I think it just leans too much on the negative. But we tend to think about financial before our own personal health or the health of people around us. So it's going to get passed, most likely, and we'll see how it goes. No freaking clue. Oh my God. Anyway, if you got a good prison nickname for that guy that pooped on the wall and cleaned it up with a sandwich, please let me know. You can either do on socials at DeHuff Podcast. You can comment on YouTube. You can comment on Spotify. Whatever. Email dehuffpodcast@gmail.com. Doesn't matter. What did I say? Dookie Dan. Dookie Dan was funny. Pooperoni Tony. Come on. That's the leader in the clubhouse, right? There you go, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. I do want to mention this. Big congratulations. Big congratulations to Northern Lights Intermediate for winning the Colorado State Championship. That's right. Led by Coach Carl, right? And Coach Brandon. And I think Coach Mark. I don't know the third guy. I'm sorry. I was not on that coaching staff because I'm not that good. Anyway, so I'm really proud of them and the boys. I went and watched uh, the championship game against Colorado Springs. It was nice that it was here in Thornton. Watched it, and it sucks because you hate to see another team get so close and then get knocked in the teeth. But Northern Lights punched them in the face. It was 17-5, the final score. So excited, and I've never seen. I was a little disappointed in some of the parents. They weren't like as cheerful and excited as I thought they would be. The boys won state. That's really neat. Now they move on to Arizona, and I don't know how that works, but I'm guessing another tournament. If they win that tournament, they move on to California. Here's the thing. Keep in mind, coaches are volunteer. Parents of these kids, they have to pay for all this shit. So it's a big, it's kind of, it sucks in a sense. It's like, oh shit. Because they still have to do their other jobs, the coaches, the parents, whatever. It's not like they're like, okay, go hang out with Coach Carl and Brandon and maybe Mark, I don't know, for like a week. We'll pick you up at the airport. No, they have to, parents, at least one parent has to go with them. So that's crazy. That's a huge undertaking for everybody. But I'm really proud of Carl, Brandon, Mark, and the boys, of course. They put in the work. They went on the field. They did the deal that that had to be done. So good for them. So excited. It's funny. I can't remember that guy's name. I accidentally called someone else to their face the other day after the championship was won. I'm like, Kenny, get out here. Come on. And he's like looking at me. He's like, nah, I'm not going to go out. I realized his name's not Kenny. His name's Jeff with a G. I'm like, God damn it. I know that. I don't know why I called him Kenny. Pisses me off. Pisses me off. I hate that. I know better. I was just, I guess, flustered mentally. Not like that ever happens, right, guys? Anyway, thank you guys so much. That's it for the news. Really do appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for making this the #1 comedy podcast in the state of Colorado. Also top 10 in the United States for weird news. You're welcome. You're welcome. No, I actually should be saying thank you guys. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Try to be nice today. Don't be a dick. I know it's easier said than done. Some people are just assholes, and it's hard not to be a dick back. But anyway, guys, guess what? It's DeHuff Uncensored. Let's keep moving forward. I'll talk to you next time.